Hey everyone.
大家好
I'm Sam.
I'm Casey.
This, of course, is our beautiful daughter, Elia.
虎年快乐！这是一年的第一个春节。
She was born last year, so she, of course, is an ox. But this year, we're celebrating the year of the tiger.
我们给她买了一件老虎装，但是她长大了。
That is the tricky thing about baby clothes. They grow so quickly that you can only wear them for a very short period of time. 哇！
今年我们想做美味的食物来庆祝。
Yeah, we asked you online to send us suggestions for what dishes you think we should try to make. We picked the two most popular, and Casey and I are each gonna try to make one of them to serve to the other, and we'll see who does it better.
So let's put her down for her nap and get cooking.
Elia, are you ready? Are you ready to take a little nap? She's like, no, I wanna play. I wanna cook.
她不累。
All right, Elia is down for her nap. We have her on the baby monitor so we can check in on her, make sure she's doing okay. But now we are ready to cook.
Let's talk about these recipes.
Okay, so you guys had a lot of great ideas of what dishes we should make, but we picked two and each of us is in charge of one of them. My dish I'm very excited about is a little braised pork belly with eggs, also known as
红烧肉.
I'm really excited about this one. I love eating this, have never made it, and hopefully we're gonna get a lot of good flavor. Casey, what are you cooking?
My dish is 清蒸鱼. I love fish. I have never cooked a whole fish before.
This is pretty intimidating.
I am intimidated for sure.
Usually we buy it already, cut up, filleted, no head.
Yeah, it'll be a new experience.
Okay, so let's start with the ingredients we're gonna need. For mine, of course, we need the pork belly itself and the eggs. That's gonna be the main component of the dish. And then a lot of other extras and aromatics. We have some star anise, which actually is in a little tiger dish. So we are celebrating the year of the tiger with our star anise. Some cinnamon, some dark rock sugar, bay leaves, aromatics, of course, your ginger and scallions, which you need for everything, and some beer, which is what it's all gonna braise in. We got some Asahi, some Japanese beer was what we could find. So that's what we're gonna need for my dish. Casey, what do we need to make your fish?
清蒸鱼的材料是一条鱼、蒸鱼豉油、红辣椒丝、大葱、生姜和植物油. So not too many things. The method is pretty simple, but the whole fish and the steaming of it is pretty intimidating.
The preparation.
Yeah.
So we both have some different challenges with our dishes, but I say let's get to it and start with the pork belly. And the first thing we do is boil a few things. We of course have the pork belly, which we're going to pre-boil before we put it in the wok and let it simmer. So let's go over to a pot and get it boiling. We start off by placing our strips of pork belly in a pot of water and letting that come up to a boil. We place in our ginger, our green onions, and add a little bit of rice wine. Meanwhile, we hard boil some eggs, which we're gonna need in a bit. And once our pork belly has come to a boil,
It's like a pork belly hot tub in there.
we scoop off some of the impurities from the top. And once that's been boiling for about 6 or 7 minutes, we remove the pork belly and put it in an ice bath to let it cool down. Okay, so we have our bowl of cooled pork belly as well as the eggs that are hiding in there. So I'm gonna cut the pork belly to get it ready to fry up, and why don't you de-shell these eggs?
Okay, nice.
Now for this pork belly, what size do you think? Like,
Bite-sized pieces, maybe each one of those into 3 pieces?
yeah, they're a little tall.
Yeah, I know what
But-
you mean. You can just use your instincts.
Yeah.
So this is a good example of 家常菜, which is like
家常菜.
home-style cooking.
Totally. It'll be warm and comforting. Let me check on the baby.
Oh, yep.
Oh, she's sleeping so peacefully.
She is.
Beautiful.
Oh, you gotta finish up
Oh.
your pork. My eggs are done.
Well, I was checking on our baby, all right? All right, there
Okay.
we go. We have our pork, we have our eggs. Now it's time to sort of fry things up and get everything in the pot in order to start braising it.
Yes.
But first, let's prepare our aromatics and spices.
Yes.
So like I said, we have our star anise, our cinnamon. It's gonna be, okay, break it.
Yeah, break it.
More surface area.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's hard once it's, there we go. A bay leaf or two. The recipe calls for some green Sichuan peppercorns, some like fresh, I guess. We don't have that, and I know it's not the same, but I'm gonna toss in a few dried Sichuan peppercorns just to add a little extra spice. Let's go back to the stove, bring out the wok, and start getting some heat. Let's do it. Okay, so we've got our wok on high heat, and we let that oil get really nice and hot before adding our pork belly.
Nice.
As it cooks, it's gonna release a lot of fat, so we occasionally get rid of the excess. Oh, we can already see it kind of shrinking up and rendering a little bit. Then we take out our pork belly, throw in the spices and aromatics, and let them get nice and toasty, and at this point, it's gonna start smelling real good. We put our pork back in, along with some of the rock sugar, which we've shaved off of the block. And let that get nice and browned, let the sugar caramelize before adding in our beer.
Do you know how to say beer in Chinese?
啤酒.
Pretty good.
Delicious. So we pour a whole can of beer in to let that start to braise. Add in a little green onion, and of course, our hard-boiled eggs. We just let this boil and infuse with flavor for about an hour. And I guess we'll get to work on Casey's fish while this cooks.
Okay, so your pork is cooking.
Cooking what you can literally see it cooking. Maybe I should turn it down.
Yeah.
All right, yes, definitely cooking.
Pork is on the stove. It's time for the fish.
Ooh. Still looks fishy.
那我看了很多次网上的视频学习做法，但是我还是菜鸟，这条鱼让我很紧张。
Hello.
So the easy part is cutting the green onions and the ginger.
Oh, because these are gonna lay underneath.
These lay underneath, yeah. And then the ginger goes in slices. So this is the plate that we're gonna steam the fish on. So I'm gonna first place the ginger.
This is fun.
It feels nice. Okay, I'm gonna lay these down.
Nice. Yeah, this one's all about presentation.
Yes, this is the bed that the little fishy rests on.
That's pretty good.
That does look good.
And do we do like a...
And we put these chopsticks like that.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, so that's the bed for the fish.
Yeah.
Now, we already had the fish deboned and gutted, but I do have to do one step, which is...
And descaled, right?
Descaled, yeah. I am supposed to take out this bone, though? Okay.
Whoa. Whoa.
I'm just going for it.
Go for it.
You know what?
Yep.
Ooh. Okay, so what I do is I make slices.
I trust you.
For even steaming
Okay.
along here. This fish is a branzino, which is the closest thing we could find to a sea bass, which was recommended. Salt this top, the skin. Okay, so it goes like that. It actually looks really cute.
Aww.
Aww.
Hi, sir.
So, do you know, for Chinese New Year, the reason you cook fish, there's the saying, 年年有余.
年年有余.
Nice. So, it means every year you have abundance, but there's also fish, so it's every year you have fish.
It's a word play.
Word play, right? All right. We're gonna rub Mr. Fishy with some nice oil.
Oh, he's in the spa.
It's a fishy spa. 这条鱼很帅. He's a handsome fish.
很帅.
Fish kiss! Fish kiss! So we went to the market yesterday and bought a brand new steamer to steam this fish.
Yeah, the one we have is a cute little bamboo steamer that's great for dumplings and shumai, but we needed something hefty to hold a whole fish.
And I think this is perfect for it.
I think it'll just
So let's go over to the stove and steam this fish.
Steam. So this part is pretty easy. You just place the fish in the steamer and let it go for about 7 minutes. Meanwhile, we check on our pork belly, which is looking nice and flavorful. We take out the hard-boiled eggs and turn up the heat to let that sauce really thicken up. Meanwhile, our 7 minutes have passed and our fish is done.
Okay, the fish is steamed, and this is the part that I'm most excited about. We are going to place some of these beautiful shredded pepper.
Oh, wow, it's like a piece of art.
Yes!
Like decorating a Christmas tree.
It is. Now we're gonna put some of this shredded scallion on top.
Beautiful.
And some of this shredded ginger on top.
Oh, lovely.
Okay.
And a little hat.
Oh, a little ginger hat. Thank you, fishy. Okay. Are you ready to pour the oil? This is part of
Okay,
the
I'm gonna
story.
stand back.
Stand back.
All right.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, just a little. Ooh, ooh. Wow.
Whoa.
Okay, one more little splash. Wow.
Wow, that's fun. And then we finish it off with some of this seasoned soy sauce.
So we've got this. Now our sauce is reduced, so let me plate our pork belly. All right. Okay, so our pork is very cooked and the sauce got quite thick. So now we're gonna plate up a few of these eggs. And this is pretty easy. We just kind of drape this glossy rendered pork over it. Oh my gosh, just the smell of the sauce with all those aromatics is...
Wow, that looks really good.
All right, just for the presentation
That looks
of it all.
beautiful.
Ooh, I'm so excited to eat these. Wow, here we have our completed dishes, and you know what? From looks alone, I think we did a really good job.
These look beautiful.
So once again, I am presenting some braised pork belly and eggs in brown sauce, also known as
红烧肉.
Hong Chao Rou. And you've got
I've got 清蒸鱼, which is steamed fish.
delicious steamed fish on a bed of all sorts of wonderful things.
年年有余.
Now comes the most important part, the taste test. Okay,
Beautiful looking pork belly.
cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm.
It's delicious.
Very good. The flavor of the sauce is really infused into everything. I'm gonna have an egg now.
So good, so flavorful.
And the egg too,
Okay, let's try the fish. Oh, it's beautiful. The meat is beautiful.
ooh, it's like flaky. Make sure it gets a little bit of sauce.
But I think the fish is perfectly cooked. I think
It's
it's really
delicious.
good.
It's flaky, but it has a really, steaming it with the aromatics underneath gives it a very delicate,
Yeah,
and it has actually a really buttery texture to the fish.
it does. Both of them are delicious.
You guys, you challenged us, and I think I can safely say we rose to the occasion, and both of these are really tasty. All right, well, we're gonna continue to eat these, and it's about time for Elia to wake up from her nap, so we'll come and show her our good work. Unfortunately, she's not quite old enough to eat these yet,
Maybe next year.
but next year, yeah, and maybe next year she'll help us cook.
If you have recommendations for the best Chinese baby foods, please tell us. We would love to know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
谢谢你们的建议，谢谢你们的支持，祝大家春节快乐！
Bye, Happy New Year!